Have you ever wondered what life was like before the constant barrage of notifications and the pressure of online popularity? Let's take a trip down memory lane to explore the GenX experience, a time of cassette tapes, payphones, and a slower pace of life. As a Gen Xer, this is a subject near and dear to my heart. Growing up Gen X meant navigating a world that wasn't always connected. But this lack of instant gratification fostered some valuable skills: resourcefulness, patience, and a deep appreciation for real-life connections. Get ready to discover some lessons learned from the generation that practically invented the side hustle. Reclaim real connections. Imagine, if you will, a time before texting, when spending hours on an actual corded phone, catching up with your best friend, giggling over nothing important, just enjoying each other's company was the norm. There was excitement in planning epic sleepovers filled with board games, bad movies, and way too much junk food. Social media keeps us connected, but there's a depth to in-person connection that can't be replicated online. The shared laughter, the unspoken understanding, the secrets whispered under the covers, that's the magic of real friendships. The best way to connect is to ditch the screens altogether. Pick up the phone, give your bestie a call, and plan an epic hangout. A curated Instagram feed just doesn't capture the magic of a bad movie night with your best friend, reliving those silly moments and creating new memories that will last a lifetime. Delayed gratification. Growing up Gen X meant delayed gratification. We had to wait for our favorite shows, painstakingly record songs off the radio with our boomboxes, and save up for weeks, sometimes months, to snag that concert ticket. Maybe that's why we learned the value of time. We savored experiences, planned ahead, and didn't expect everything to be at our fingertips the moment we craved it. Slow down, breathe, and appreciate the present moment. Sometimes the wait makes the experience even sweeter. Besides, the anticipation can be half the fun. Transform the ordinary. The 80s may have been a decade of big hair and bold colors, but for Gen X kids, it wasn't always about having the latest and greatest. We learned to be resourceful. We shared clothes with friends and turned hand-me-downs into fashion statements. Maybe our toys weren't the fanciest with all the bells and whistles, but that sparked our imaginations. A simple set of building blocks or a well-loved stuffed animal could fuel countless adventures. This experience of making the most of what we had instilled a value for experiences over possessions, a lesson that applies to any generation. You don't need a ton of stuff to be happy. Focus on experiences, quality over quantity, and appreciate what you already have. This applies to everyone, regardless of generation. Unearth hidden knowledge. Sure, Gen X didn't have Wikipedia at our fingertips, but we had something even better: the library. A world of knowledge waiting to be explored, from dusty encyclopedias to thrilling novels. We learned to research, to sift through information, and to appreciate the joy of getting lost in a good book. Don't just rely on the first search result. Dig deeper, explore different sources, and rediscover the magic of learning something new the old-fashioned way. This is valuable advice for everyone in today's digital age. Master the make-do and duct tape. We fixed our bikes with a rubber band and a prayer, or turned an old t-shirt into a headband that would make even the hippiest influencer jealous. We didn't have endless online tutorials, but we had ingenuity and a whole lot of elbow grease. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and unleash your inner MacGyver. Embrace your creativity, find solutions with what you have, and don't always rely on the buy new mentality. This resourcefulness is a valuable skill for everyone to have. So there you have it, a glimpse into the Gen X experience. The days of mixtapes and payphones might be over, but the lessons we learned from that analog era are still valuable today. These habits, cherishing real connections, appreciating time, living with less, a love of learning, and resourcefulness, are like a good pair of jeans, timeless and always relevant. Maybe you grew up Gen X and these stories brought back a wave of nostalgia. Or maybe you're from a different generation and you're curious to explore a simpler time. Either way, we can all learn from the Gen X experience. Growing up Gen X meant evenings filled with board games and laughter, fueled by our imaginations. Friends were our closest companions. Adventures unfolded in local parks, and the night sky held endless wonder. Technology wasn't an ever-present distraction. Anticipation built for favorite shows, and connections felt deeper, forged in shared experiences. The world has sped up, but the core values of that time, patience, real connection, and a sense of community, remain an important part of who I am today. Being Gen X placed us at a unique crossroads. We witnessed the birth of the digital age, the excitement of a brand new video game, the infectious energy of a world seemingly on the cusp of something extraordinary. Everything felt fast-paced, a whirlwind of innovation and change. Yet amidst all the technological marvels, our core group of friends remained a constant source of comfort and belonging. Change is inevitable, and while I might romanticize the past, there's no turning back. The beauty lies in embracing both worlds. Being Gen X is a badge of honor, a reminder of a time when patience was a virtue and real connections were built on shared experiences. It's a time capsule of memories I wouldn't trade. Tell us about your favorite Gen X memories or how you're applying these lessons into your own life. Let's keep the conversation going and rediscover the value of real connections in the comments and beyond. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more habit hacks. Until next time, keep rocking those positive habits for lifelong success.